Yeah, so the Mike Campbell Foundation was formed 5 years ago. I was actually on an aeroplane and came through an airport, and a guy came up to me and he had seen the film Mugabe and the White African, and he turned out that he was a black student studying in Berlin, and he said, "I'm so sorry to hear about the recent death of your father-in-law, Mike Campbell." And he said, "Have you formed a foundation in his name?" Within a few months actually of that happening, we formed the Mike Campbell Foundation. So it's now been 5 years, and this is the 5th anniversary here at the Royal Geographical Society. 5 years ago, we were in a position where we had just recently been chased off our farm, and we were looking around, what do we do? Do we give up? And we thought, no, there's no way that we should do that. We have fought hard to stand for justice in the country and to bring justice back into the country, and we need to go forward with that fight to create a hope for the future. A tremendous amount of rebuilding needs to take place, and so what we are about is trying to make sure that any future government is able to rebuild on the right foundations. We've got about up to 3 million farm workers and their families who have been treated very badly. Suddenly they've got no income, suddenly a lot of them have been chased out of their houses, suddenly many of them have been tortured. So one of our big things is looking after those people, and it's a massive job. So we are giving those people training in survival skills. You know, they don't have money to buy fertilizer, but there's lots of grass, there's lots of leaves, there's lots of organic matter around. They can make compost for fertilizer. We're training them in the use of open pollinated seed, training them in the use of mulch, because they don't have irrigation schemes any longer. And then at the same time, it's telling their stories, you know, taking down affidavits about what has happened to them so that we can seek justice for them. The campaign to save the SADC Tribunal, we obviously made the film which Desmond Tutu narrated, and you know, that was great, and that went round all the different Southern African countries to civic society to try to create pressure. From there, what we have managed to do is get various countries to go forward to take their presidents to court. You know, sometimes when you are living under dictatorship, you feel very alone. You know that the police aren't there for you. You know that even a lot of your neighbors aren't there for you. So it's wonderful to have this support from the United Kingdom that just gives us what we need to be able to carry on. We are involved with the church at the moment, and we believe that the church is the instrument to really be the moral voice of the nation.
I believe strongly that the church is going to be on the side of the right. The church is going to ensure that there is more audibility in condemning acts of injustice. We must work hard to make sure that masses, particularly within the church, are mobilized against the system. We are talking about non-violent moves that the late Martin Luther has always pursued.
We will continue to stand for justice. We will continue to stand for the downtrodden. We will continue to do what we can in the situation that we face. We never know from day to day what we're going to face. It's justice that underpins a working society. And I want you to imagine tonight a nation as a large and spreading tree. And at the root of it all, the life-giving flow of water and nutrients to that spreading tree as a nation is justice. Cut that taproot of justice, and the leaves of the tree wither. And slowly, that nation dies. We've been involved with trying to help awaken the sleeping giant of the nation. The church can be incredibly powerful when it calls upon God and is able to throw off this cloak of fear. I believe that what we are doing is something that is long-term. You know, it's something that God has put in our hearts. God's foundation, the throne of God is founded on justice and on righteousness. And so we want to do what God would have us do, and that is bring God's kingdom of justice and righteousness to this earth. So it's a kind of mission for us. We go through hardship, we go through suffering, we go through very difficult times as a result of standing for justice in an unjust situation. But we believe in the higher cause. We believe that there is a higher law to the law of dictatorship, and we believe that we need to stand for that.